Yeah,
where
I got a take though. Just real quick, and I mean
have
that
a take,
this
man?
might not even be a take, right? Because I brought the reason I brought up hip hop, rap, and things like that is because I feel like the vehicle
Graffiti,
for I feel like the kiss my ass,
turntable,
bucket hats,
bucket hats.
dookie chains. All right, cool,
Jesus
whatever.
piece.
Kiss my ass, man. Hip hop, hip hop. But yeah, all right. But I think that back 5 years ago, when anime really started taking over and things like that, I think that hip hop was a vehicle for that happening. I think more rappers were using fucking anime bars.
The crossover between Asian culture and Black culture is in fucking sane. And that's why I say people of color with this shit, because you look at Wu-Tang Clan, you look at Kendrick, you look at all early K-pop. It's like, we're like this, we're married. And I hate. What? Okay, what?
Okay, and I know you love K-pop. I know you do, and I want
Obviously,
you to.
She said
I
it.
want you. I want to be converted. I want to get there.
He wants to be
converted. I want to get there, but I'm also just like, so I'm watching this shit. Nah, I don't want to ruin your shit. Fuck it. I'm watching this anime. It's called Mongolian Chop Squad, right? Okay. Beck Mongolian Chop Squad. It's from like the early 2000s. Nobody is going, like, nobody, it's not gonna, it would never be popular today, right? And it's about this band who are trying to like make it in America, but they're from Japan or whatever, right? And there's a subplot, weird subplot.
Wait, aren't they like? Hold on. I think I was like, I saw something about this. It was like a anime, but they're all pop stars.
No, nigga, no, not this. Right. But basically, right? In the anime, one of the kids, he moved to New York or whatever and stole this black jazz, like this black blues musician's guitar.
That's fucked.
That's fucked. And he brought it in and he started getting real popular with it or whatever, right? And then, as niggas do, they pulled up to Japan, whooped his ass, and tried to get that shit back.
He deserved it.
What year did this anime come out?
2002.
Oh, yeah, that's a great time. That's a great time.
And he was all like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna gift you this." And I'm like, "Wow, there's a metaphor here, right?" Because like after we whooped your ass and put you through all this fucking shit, he was like, "You know what, man? You got heart here." It's like, it's wild, and I feel like
Bruce Lee did that with like our culture. He was just like showed up and was like, "Yo."
Well, I'm not even gonna take Bruce Lee in this particular instance, but and I said this like with the Blurred Dimension guys. American GIs, American soldiers, whatever, go to these places and then they integrate into that culture and then that culture expounds, right? Like, why the fuck do Japanese people know about Delta Blues?
Why do Japanese people fry chicken so much?
Not Japanese, Korean. Korean people do it because black people came in. And that's how K-pop became a thing. They started listening to black records or whatever, right?
It was mostly because of like our military presence in Korea, right?
Korea, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, how much respect is given off that end? Because I remember you were like, POCs have been in this for a while. And this is gonna sound very fucked up. But I don't look at certain Asian demographics as POC.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's really interesting about that is that in this country there has really been a movement for hundreds of years to make, and I know you guys know about the model minority myth, but there has been you guys know about that, right?
Nigga, we went to high school.
Okay. Well, I'll enlighten you.
Yeah,
so
please.
The idea of the model minority was basically made by white people to make Asian people the best. And it's kind of the crabs in the barrel mentality. So we get mad at Asian people and Asian people look down at us like, ill, you're gross. And we look up at them like, fuck you, white people like you, you're basically white. Yeah. So that's something put in place by white people to keep us mad at each other. And it goes as far as in the 80s with redlining and allowing Asian people to come into Black communities and buy up more property from Black people. Yeah. Like, this is something that goes deep.
Yeah, no, I was about to say there's a whole there's a whole gang, not a gang, but a group of people that were in California just robbing Asian people. Mm-hmm. I was watching like No Jumper, and they're all those gangs.
You have to remember, like, I don't want to fuck up the pronunciation, but there's the Khmer people or the Khmer people, right? KHMER, right? And my boy was like that. That's gonna get bleeped. But my boy Cambodian, and then you got like Filipinos, and you got other people,
Laotians and
right, like darker skinned, Asian people, right? And they don't get that same
privilege.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't get the same privilege as other people. So like when they move to fucking
Malaysians, like
when they move to like California or wherever Pacific coastal place or wherever they want to move to, they're damn near treated like black people.
Yeah. No, weird random. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say it's very nuanced because not only was that set up so people of color basically hate Asian people and Asian people hate all people of color within this country, Asia has a lot of issues with colorism. A lot. Yeah. If you are in there, this is a thing with a lot of K-pop idols where if you're a certain skin tone, you get made fun of as like the black member of the group.
Do they have the most soul at least? Do they at least bring it in? Like,
I don't know about that. There's a member of a group, Kai, from a group called EXO, and he's like supposed to be dark. He's not even my skin tone, and I'm very light. And he was like made fun of a lot earlier in his career. I will say that K-pop is getting better about it, but there are still a lot of issues, and being a black K-pop stan it's hard.
Believe me,
it's hard.
We are both niggas that have navigated very complicated fandoms.
Yeah, being super into grunge and being super into like a lot of metal and things like that to that degree. Like I could be in a pit and like I'll take off my hat or something like that. I'm just like having a great time. Like, oh my God, are you Howard? Like, no.
Are you Howard? Wow, I know you. Wow, that's crazy.
No, I'm not Howard from Kill Switch.
It's just like when you're like playing Dragon Ball Z with your kid, like when you're kids or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like everybody's going out. White boy, you're Goku. White boy, you're Vegeta.
You're Piccolo.
You're Piccolo and you're Krillin.
Yeah. It's just it's very complicated, and there are so many layers to it. At the end of the day, the answer I come back to is it's all white supremacy, and this was all made on purpose. So we hate each other and we fight against each other. And we need to work on that in our communities and within ourselves to see that, like, this Chinese dude isn't to blame. Does he need some education? Yes, but he's not the one to blame here.
Yeah, it ain't your fault, man.
No, I totally agree. And what I was going to say earlier there is that, like, and mind you, absolutely white supremacy cannot deny that, because to say rich supremacy when the predominant amount of rich individuals are white, like, but I'll say like the reason that China has such a huge colorism issue is that because the elite are passing this information down. And I'm not, I am a fucking anarchist, eat the rich type of guy, but I'm also like a realist, so I don't spend all day fucking busting blood vessels in my eyes because of it. But I would say this is that, like, even the early portions of America, like during the revolution, during the gold rush, like there's a lot of Asian individuals that helped out a lot in the building of this country that come over, that immigrated, and they were treated just as poorly. And that's what's wild about it, is that forgetting that, like, saying that the Asians had it better or something to that degree, or that like
but no, they created white supremacy created a system that made us look at them like they had it better.
Yeah, because Asian ferrymen and fishermen in, like, during the American Revolution were insanely persecuted, things that like, so I see exactly what you mean. It's all like white supremacy and things that to that degree. But what's wild is that, like, how do we in the community, right, like, not only acknowledge that, but fight the weird random stigmas that are in our brains for that, when most of us are raised so different. It's very different.
I would like to like K-pop without my bullshit.
And you know what? It's really hard. Whenever I'm watching K-pop, my dad, like if I'm at home, my dad will be in the background, like, they just repackaging what we got and selling it back to you.
You sound like a real nigga. I fuck with
that's Michael Jackson right there on the stage, right there. That's Prince all day, right there.
Like, that's not something that I'm disagreeing with, because K-pop has done a really, really good job of synthesizing, just like white people have done, of just synthesizing and boxing up what Black people have created and selling it back to us. You look at Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. What?
Ask your dad if he likes Elvis.
Of course he don't like.
He don't like Elvis. I don't like Elvis ass either. Fuck that nigga. Fuck Elvis. Who's Elvis? Anyway, it's the same shit. But I will say that groups that I support, my biggest being BTS, are groups that are always honest about where they grab inspiration from. They pay artists when they use samples. They always spotlight Black people and Black artists that they're listening to. For the most part, if you ask a member of BTS who they're listening to, it's going to be someone Black, and they're aware of that. BTS is like, we got inspiration from Nas, we got inspiration from Biggie, we got inspiration from Tupac. Like, they care more about the Black community, and they are aware how the world is set up. That's why I stand BTS. I'm not going to stand these other groups that, you know, have done ridiculous things and haven't apologized for it and are unaware. I like BTS because the 3 members that are rappers are actually fucking rappers. They're not just like tone singing guys who are good at dancing.
Right, some pretty boys that do
pretty boys, and their label is
spitting, nigga.
Exactly. No,
you should rap. You should just take that whole part right there.
Listen to BTS, and if you like translate some of their lyrics, it's like, oh, y'all actually rapping. Like, y'all made sure this made sense in English, Korean, back 3 times and back 4 times, and has nuance references to English shit and other shit, and English shit that you would only know if you like rap.
That's like, what I'm talking about.
That's why I like them, not just because they're pretty.
Yeah, I don't know if they're pretty or not.
They are pretty. No, they're pretty, Doc.
You know if they pretty.
I don't. Look at you. Yeah, look, you're trying to.